All right, man. Wanted to hop on here because I think WNBA right now is incredibly undervalued when it comes to the overall sports car market and where everything is currently at. We're going to be kind of breaking down WNBA prices right now. It seems like Shields is probably the best way to go if you are trying to get some WNBA cards. We're going to talk about why here shortly. But I do want to say, if you don't know who I am, and you don't follow our TikTok or anything, and this is the first time you're ever hearing me, I have been in WNBA cards since 2021, and I would have been in it in 2020, but it was incredibly hard to get the product. It was incredibly short printed for 2020 WNBA Prizm with Sabrina's rookie, and it was incredibly expensive. But in 2021, once the market cooled down, that was when Panini tried releasing the 2021 WNBA Blasters. I think it was $35 or something like that, and they sat. They rotted on shelves, and they eventually fell to about $15 a box on some of the secondary distributor sites. And that's when I really started getting into it. And then in 2022, I went crazy. 2022 WNBA opened probably 20 cases of blasters. Kind of stayed away from hobby, to be honest. But there was a time where WNBA hobby boxes were like $100, and that was pushing it. Prizm hobby boxes, and 2023 opened probably 20 cases of blasters, sold another 20 cases. I invested a ton of money into it because Caitlin was going to make it into the WNBA, and cases of 2023 blasters were like $100 on David Adams, and I was like $5 a box, and WNBA is about to explode. Yeah, I'm in. So now we're here. Fast forward 2 years later. 2024 was Caitlin's rookie year. I'm assuming those blasters are still around the $80 to $90 range, maybe 70s, but I'm gonna assume 80 to 90. And now we have Paige Beckers making, a decent dent in the market, but not doing quite the numbers that Caitlin did. Here's the thing: Paige Beckers is going to sell this product. She's a dog. Caitlin was injured the pretty much last half of the season, it felt like, in 2024. WNBA cooled off because a lot of the people that were following Caitlin stopped watching. A lot of these people never got to see Paige Beckers even play yet. They haven't seen what she can do. And there's some other rookies in this 2025 class here, and we'll see what they can do. I believe, I don't know if I wasn't really following Cam Brink too much, but Cameron Brink, I believe she had surgery. I don't know if she made it back or not at the end of the last season. But, when it comes to some of these other names that we really haven't got to see their true potential yet, 2024 is going to be a stacked product because of Caitlin. Assuming she can stay healthy, assuming that groin injury is completely fixed and anything else related is fixed, that she's going to come back strong in May. And we'll probably know in April when you have that, I think it's training camp and stuff start up. We'll know by then, and I'm sure she'll be fine. But all eyes are going to be on Paige Beckers because of the sports card market and having 2025 Prizm. Right now, you can secure blasters. You can buy an entire case of blasters for $600 on Shields. And people might be like, Shields? You're going to order from Shields? I've ordered from them. Everything has gone smooth. So you can get 20 blasters. You can see your limits right here. And you can grab yourself 20. Now, I am recording this on February 7th at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. It's probably not going to make it to you until noon on the 9th. So Shields might be out of stock, but somewhere that probably won't be out of stock is your local Walmarts. Walmarts, they're $35 a box. Targets, they're either 30 or 35. And it seems like a decent bit was printed. There's a decent bit getting stocked at every single Walmart location. Seems to be about a case. And there's not really a lot of resale value on 2025 Prizm WNBA right now. And that's because the market has entered such a cool down for WNBA. Now, hobby prices are still ridiculous, but when it comes to the retail, they have really juiced up the WNBA Prizm, and for good reason. They raised the price over 2x. In this case, it's 2x. If you don't know, in 2023, WNBA Prizm boxes were $15 a blaster. They were extremely cheap, even in retail. And now we're sitting at $35 and $30 price tags, and these boxes are loaded. Per case, you're getting 4 to 6 numbered cards, 4 to 6 pulsars. You are not guaranteed the case hit. The abstract insert here, you are not guaranteed that per case. All right. I assume you will get a checkerboard every single case, and maybe when you don't get a checkerboard, you will get an abstract. That's how I would assume that would go. But as for, is this a good deal right now? Absolutely. I'm not expecting WNBA Prizm blasters from this year to go to $70 or $80 a blaster unless Paige has a Caitlin Clark-like season. But I am expecting them to start to heat up once the WNBA season starts. You have to understand that we are like 3 months out from the season. This is good for you. This means the product's going to be available. This means it is undervalued right now. The fact that this isn't sold out, Shields has become very popular for the sports card industry because they have a lot of distribution connection and they usually have pretty good prices. When you're seeing these listings out here not selling out, and I have an even better deal for you if you stick with me, when they're not instantly selling out, that is a really good time for you to move in. When the market is scared, when the market is fearful, that is the time you need to be greedy. This is Stocks 101. Today, I purchased just over a case. Not too much, but I got a case today. And I even paid $35 a box. I don't care because I know it is a good 4-month hold. If I'm paying $35 now, and let's say I can get $60 a box, that's shooting high, but let's say I can get $60 a box, we'll even say $55. After fees, after shipping, I'm still making my $5 to $8 a blaster box, and that is a blaster box margin. If you are going to try and flip blasters and you're selling them online, that's what your margin should be. Now, if you have a means to sell them locally, even better. My physical location, I do not sell any WNBA there. One time when I was restocking it, I had a girl come up to me, say, "Do you have any WNBA?" I said no, but I love the WNBA, and I'd be happy to bring in some sealed stuff for you to purchase. And, I'll put some singles in here as well. And I put some of the Player of the Day and the Yukon Collegiate, Paige Becker's rookies in there. And then I put in some 2024 WNBA Prizm. I put in some, right now we have the 2025 WNBA Donruss mega boxes in there for $5 over MSRP. We got a decent price on them. Not as good as the price I'm about to show you, but and they're just sitting, they're rotting. This girl who was super nice, she never came back, or if she did, she didn't want what I put out. Maybe she wanted Clark, and I do have some cheap Caitlin Clarks from the Caitlin Clark collection available, which I do sell occasionally, so maybe she bought a couple of those. But the point being, I don't have a means to sell them locally. I don't have the local market for it. If you have a local market, you should absolutely be buying these products. Even if you're buying them at $30 and you can make $10 a box, you have to understand that is an insane margin. If you are making 33% ROI, that is what my entire business is built off of ROI wise. That is what I aim for year over year, 33%. And a lot of my margin stuff, it is between 10 and 20%, but my overall goal, if I can average out to 30%, I know we're going to continue growing and I know we'll be just fine. So WNBA is 100% undervalued right now and will be probably for the next 2 months as hype starts to build. Now, when you see prices like this is insane. You have $36 WNBA Donruss mega boxes with a guaranteed hit. Now, I'm going to tell you right now that per 20 box case, I would probably guess there is one autograph. If you are looking to make money and you're looking for a position and you're looking for something to hold, this is a great deal. This is a great moneymaker right here. But if you are looking for something to open, I unfortunately would have to recommend that you buy a hobby box if you're looking for good cards. If you're looking for anything like decently serial numbered, the serial numbered stuff in these megas usually falls about 1 in 8 to 1 in 10 megas. And it's just like a hobby box is going to run you like $400, and you're going to get like 6 to 8 numbered cards. You're probably going to get, I think is it 2 autos and a mem? I think it's 2 autographs and 1 memorabilia card. So if you bought 20 boxes, you're not even you're gonna spend like $700, and you're gonna have like 3 less autos than you could have with hobby. So if you're looking to open, this isn't the product for you. But if you're looking for a position, I think this is absolutely the product for you. They also have blasters at $20. If you're looking to open very casually and you're just looking for something fun, then I would recommend the blaster. I mean, it's 90 cards for $20. And I guess you have the chance to get, maybe an autograph or a memorabilia or something. But when it comes to just an enjoyable rip, this is the one for you. There are other sites that offer some of these products. So if this video does come out on the 9th and these are all already sold out, I would definitely recommend shopping around a little bit. But all things considered, the prices for WNBA right now are pretty disgustingly low. And I really do wish that I was in a little bit better of a position in life to where I could really just do some damage. That's the best way to put it. I wish I could sit here and order a case of each of these just to have sitting on the shelf for the next 4 months. But I don't really have 11, like 17 after tax, like $1,800 just to throw on the shelf. But if anybody watching this does, I think it's a decent play. I think WNBA is undervalued right now, which is incredible. I'm saying that. Now, the hobby products and stuff aren't. I have no idea how much these were printed, but what I do know is this is a disgustingly good price right now. So that's about all I have for you. I have a card show coming up. I don't know exactly when. I think it's going to be April or May. I know for sure I'm setting up at. And I would love to have some of this stuff for that. Especially when training camp's starting up, especially if it's like, late May or something. I'd love to have some WNBA just for that show. Because just because it doesn't sell locally doesn't mean if I travel an hour to set up at a show and I have a case of WNBA megas for MSRP at $50, or 55 is what they were at Walmart's, that they won't sell. So, if I can sell these at 55 at a show and I'm paying tax here, I'm making $15 a box, and I'm definitely happy with that. So WNBA is undervalued. Love to know what you think. But yeah, definitely hit up Shields if you need some other deals out there, but I thought this one was the best one I could find. So I appreciate you, and would really appreciate if you drop a like, and of course consider subscribing for more sports card and TCG market analysis and whatever else I decide to upload here on this channel. I'll talk to you guys soon.